What's good, everybody? Everybody, everybody on Instagram, on Facebook, Twitch and YouTube, probably Twitch and YouTube the most. We are here with Jerome Duffy, the monk, and Blind Jew, the alien. We are here to
What's
listen
good?
to the Body is Not a Body challenge entries. If you haven't got on that, uh, kind of sucks for you because there's some pretty dope stuff in here. It's also a prelude to the upcoming album. The Monk is the Master, the Alien is the Legend, which drops tomorrow. Let's see what else.
Tonight at midnight.
Oh, tonight at midnight. So wherever you're at in the world, when it hits midnight, it's available for you. All right. Anything you guys want to say to introduce this contest?
Jerome.
Let them know what the prizes are or what have you.
Oh, that's not a bad idea. I got those prizes right nearby. The monk made this beat. It's fucking crazy. I don't think people realize what they were getting into when they played this beat. You know, this beat has some I don't know, it's got like decades worth of soul in it. It's got like an ode to sort of like the boom bap days, but it also kind of reminds me of not like 9 Inch Nails or it has this other like vibe to it. And here's the grand prize winner will obtain these Lunar Force Air Force Ones right here. I enjoy listening to anybody, you know, take the challenge of rhyming on something they wouldn't normally rhyme on. And I thought with the 8 or 9 that we've got so far, man, that we're going to play today, I thought we got a lot of great, just top-notch shit, people doing their best at what they do. So I'm excited to listen to them with you guys and, you know, break them down a little bit and kind of get a feel for how we're going to rank them. You know, we'll be live with High Sunday tomorrow on High Sunday's Twitch on Monday night. That'll be 9:30 Eastern, 6:30 or 7, maybe 7 or 10. So like that 6:30 or 7 o'clock window of time, West Coast. You know, we'll listen to Monk is the Master, Alien is the Legend, and we will announce the winners. There are about 7 hours left in the contest. I've got a couple other people telling me they might get something in by tonight. So if there's anybody, you know, at 12:01, we'll count you, you know, if you're dropping in that late hours tonight. So, and this will help us get organized with kind of where we think everybody is. And, you know, I'm excited just for everybody to hear this project. And I got to show you what's inside the shoebox for these shoes. It's crazy. This is Area 72 declassified information. This is part of the Lunar Force One drop, and you can you get this. Your shoes will be wrapped in this newspaper of declassified information.
What are those shoes called again? The Lunar Force ones?
They are called Lunar Force. Yes, Lunar Air Force One. So it's a model of the Air Force One. It's actually a little bit lighter. It's a little bit more of a flexible shoe, not so rough and heavy. So it's like a lighter version of the shoe. And yeah, you got them lunar moon bottoms. They're like plastic clear bottoms and super light for an Air Force One. As a sneakerhead, I bought a fair amount of Air Force Ones back in the day, and they were kind of clunky. If you got the wrong kind of leather or the wrong kind of Air Force One, it would be kind of a heavy shoe,
they were.
and it wouldn't be something you'd want to walk around in. But honestly, these are
let
a lunar
alone play
model.
basketball in.
Correct. And people were playing in them in the 80s and even early 90s, but not necessarily NBA. But these are a lighter shoe, more built for walking and wearing. And Nike definitely released these in the last, like, I think these are pretty old. These are probably 10, 12-year-old release. But in the last 20 years, they modeled this shoe. And specifically, they do a fly knit type vibe. So it's this has some fly knit, which is known as like the lighter, more breathable fabric that they make the shoes out of. So it's like a fly knit Air Force One. But this is a special version with the lunar and the Area 72 shit.
MC Paranoia
I'm-
says I want them.
I'm excited, man. Those I got on StockX, probably I've had these in my possession for 5 or 6 years and never worn them. They're dead stock, and just want to, share with the world. So I'm boxing those up for the last time. Anybody, that's where they are, and they'll be going out probably Tuesday to whoever wins this thing. So size 12. But yeah, you asked if we had anything to say, so. You know what I do. Jerome, you got anything, man?
Yeah.
Thanks, Jerome. But man, I've loved this so much. Like, just the whole process, the rollout, being your friend for years, and I'm just grateful to be a part of this with you, bro. You got it.
Yeah, man. I like to call those the Space Force ones.
Yeah.
But this beat, so a little background on the beat and then the song. So when we originally first came up with the idea of this whole album, we were talking to each other and we kind of like discovered that both of our favorite album is Deltron 3030.
Mm-hmm.
So initially I was like, man, we got to do something that's like a Deltron 3030,
Yeah.
the two of us. But then
Well-
when it came to this beat, I wanted to make like a straight up Deltron 3030 type beat. And of all the songs on this whole album, this is the one that really sounds like it could have been like a bonus track on Deltron 3030.
All right. I like that background. Yo, I tell people about you, and I'm like, you're a more organized, having done less acid version of Del. Like you have like a Del influence for sure, but like reined in. And I mean, man, I've been listening to Del for 25 years. So shout out Dan the Automator, who produced that whole project, Deltron 3030. That was a huge inspiration to me. It dropped in 2001, probably still in my top 10 albums of just true influence on what I do as an artist. So great for pointing that out, Jerome. I use Del as a barometer to describe you when I'm talking about the Monk or telling people about this record, just to give them some context. It's kind of like, Del and Delcast. This is a very Delcast type record.
Yeah,
The old school sound.
Yeah, and then as far as like the whole concept of the song, it really came from just my Buddhist teachings, and particularly in the Diamond Sutra, chapter 10, where the Buddha is talking to one of his disciples, Subhuti, and he asked him, Subhuti, what do you think? Does a bodhisattva transform the world into a Buddha world? And he said, no, when he does not. Why? Because one who transforms the world does not transform the world. That is to transform the world. And then he says, so Subhuti, all sentient beings should neither abide in the self, a person, a sentient being, or a lifespan. And then he goes, Subhuti, what do you think? Does a person with a body the size of Mount Sumeru have a huge body? The Buddha said, no, Ron, why not? The Buddha teaches that a body is not a body, therefore it's called a huge body.
Yo, shout out. You got more? Go.
Oh no, that's just where I came up with the title for Body Is Not a Body.
Damn.
I was gonna say shout out to Blonde Juice Cat for the background noise. The ad-libs.
Shout out the IG. We got a couple folks on IG. The real Soda Tober asked, will the album drop streaming tomorrow night? No, it's tonight. It'll be tonight. The album actually drops. So the album drops in like 7 hours. Man, I love that background to the, we've discussed some of this over the months and years, but like, I love hearing you, just efficiently and very, on point, just explain the inspiration here. This album is timeless, man. Go ahead.
Quick thing. When you uploaded it, did you put it in your time?
You cut out for a split second,
like with the release date and stuff like that. Is it good? My bad.
Yeah. So I think it will be
okay.
available for you guys at 9:00, but I cannot remember if I.
That's what I was thinking. That's what I was gonna say.
I do think it will be
Pacific
12:00 Eastern, and it may be available at 9 Eastern for the West Coast. So
I only asked that because whenever my guy drops songs that we're on, he's in Kansas. He's in Kansas City,
and it drops on Central Time.
Yeah, it drops. I can see it at 10:00 for when it comes out. But for him, or midnight for him.
Rome, did you get Exurt's message about sending the sub
Yeah.
he knows where they're at? All right.
I've been doing that right now as we've been talking.
Mm-hmm.
All right. You're the man multitasking.
See, we try to be discreet about it and hide all the errors, but Laundry is just too truthful.
Physical copies of the CDs to the winner, and then second and third place will also get a CD and a shirt. So we got top 3 tomorrow night, and
show the back of that.
Yeah, so Jerome did the back cover art here. I know it's reversed, but
hold on, let me.
And my screen is here.
There we go.
What up, Rack? Yeah, I've been bumping it the last 24 hours. While Rome was at work yesterday, I couldn't help myself, but I showed restraint by only playing "The Body Is Not a Body" full song, because I wanted to just play the whole record.
Listening to it, it's awesome. It's an awesome album. I listened to it from beginning to end about 2 times.
Awesome.
And biased, I like my songs the best, the ones that I've produced. But
that's
from
square,
start to
square roots bias.
It's just like from start to finish, though. Like even with the intro, the middle, the interlude, and the outro, it is like this is almost like you're watching a movie. Because I listen to a lot of movies. A lot of the times I'll have my headphones on. I'll just have the TV off because I'm scrolling through my phone or getting ready to go to sleep. So I have something on. And it sounds like I'm listening to a movie. Like you can kind of create images in your head, different scenes from start to finish. It's amazing body of work.
Jerome, thank you, X. I love that Jerome compares it to 3030 because I feel like it's like an abridged version of 3030 that's more like applicable to this eternal moment. It's not so much like imagining a distant future where shit is corrupt, just looks different. I feel like it's like really attacking, problems in a non-specific spiritual manner. There's so many just nuggets of advice in this record, and it man, it makes me smile every time. Like I feel like the Barshan record dropped over 2 months ago. Shout out the Barshans, man. Like that was sort of like the first half of my year, but like Jerome and I've been doing this for a long time. And when I really picked up after the Barshan record dropped and like focused on what we had, I mean, I've been in awe of what we've got from no curse words on the record. 14 songs, 17 tracks, and X, I know it's a secret, but I feel like we were able to like make the abridged 3030 and something with a little bit more like palpable, present eternal influence because of your interludes and the way you doctored up the theme. And so we have a theme that runs, with 3 tracks, track 1, 9, and 17 are the theme. And then X is sort of explaining the context of the record, so we didn't have to do so many sketches, and we could really focus on how our art would just flow from a signature sound standpoint. And Jerome absolutely is a monster on the beats, and as just being like a duo here, I wanted to make sure people are hearing Jerome's beats. Like I have one actual beat on this album, and I'm inspired by all of Rome's beats, man. He makes it so easy for me to write, and I feel like I never have to try. I just have to listen to the universe and the ether and just have fun. And I had so much fun composing this and putting it together these last couple months. Like I feel just I'm smiling and excited because I've listened to it all the way through in the car as well, with probably 4 or 5 listens of a couple of the songs that are some of my favorites, but it sounds great. It's an ode to the old school with a new school flavor and timeless message and an eternal sound. And The Body Is Not a Body contest is definitely a reflection of that and the uniqueness of some of these entries and what people were able to do on a hard ass Jerome beat. So The Monk is still underrated, no matter how much I talk, and salute to Jerome. But y'all don't even know, man. Jerome he's a god MC, one of my favorite MCs, in a body, in an apparent body, and not a body on this planet, and
in the appearance of a body.
Correct. Yeah.
Man, listen, it's different up in the clouds.
We actually, and speaking of beats for this album, everybody don't even know that we pivoted so much on this album. There's probably like at least 5 or 6 songs that were produced by Blonde Jew, but for some reason he wasn't feeling it, and he was like, "Nah, I don't want this on there. I don't want this on there." And it ended up just being like damn near all my beats instead.
I wasn't even making those choices when we were making those choices. It was like the songs were making these choices. So like the songs were, I listen to, I stay as collective as possible with it. It's like sort of killing every part of the ego that's not helping, but keeping the ego part that is the collective equanimous part. So, I mean, I had no choice, man. I was just like, this is what you're doing. The universe is forcing me to make those decisions. So, we'll always have some shit in the cut. We'll always be working. Y'all will hear more from us, I'm sure, in the future. We've got some ideas too, but I'm not gonna spill the non-beans on that. But man, 6.5 hours to go.
We are only the messengers.
Shoot the messengers. Let's get into listening to some of these entries. What up, Snowblind?
All right. First one we got is let's see here. We got Euphonic Aspect. You guys aren't sorry. We're not as talented as Sunday on his show. You're just gonna hear the audio. You're not gonna be able to see anything. We'll figure that out eventually.
Consuming music.
All right, here we go.
Am I the sum of my experience? A mirror delirium, appearing all sincere, but up here I ain't hearing it. The earworm is weary, vibration is unsynced.
You disrespecting, bro.
What are you doing? You got to start from the top. The audio went out.
Audio went out.
You can't
mute yourself. You're the one playing it.
That's 2 different things. My bad, Joe. It was still playing on my side.
I know.
We'll get it together. Y'all hear everything good? That was just a test run to see if everyone was paying attention. The audio is good.
Yeah, we good. Right.
Am I the sum of my experience? A mirror delirium, appearing all sincere, but up here I ain't hearing it. The earworm is weary, vibration is unsynced. I'm unhinged, swinging to the pitch of the drum hits. One click west, I set my body on a beach towel. Obviously, I don't need to watch it as my speech travels galaxies past the event horizon of my life. Light bed in my defensive mindset. Vibe check a vacuum. I'm disconnected from my flesh suit, improving on my introspection. Alan Watts taught me that to know is not everything. Any spring plucked in a rux flow. Question it. Pessimist, nah. Just my body is a remnant of mitochondria. Promptly walking to their death wish. Tempest. Raging the covalence of the soul. Wholehearted, I've departed for the aliens of old. Euphonic.
Yo, run it back. I want to hear it one more time. Run it back. Y'all got some time, right? Yeah, let's run it back.
Am I the sum of my experience? A mirror delirium, appearing all sincere, but up here I ain't hearing it. The earworm is weary, vibration is unsynced. I'm unhinged, swinging to the pitch of the drum hits. One click west, I set my body on a beach towel. Obviously, I don't need to watch it as my speech travels galaxies past the event horizon of my life. Light bed in my defensive mindset. Vibe check a vacuum. I'm disconnected from my flesh suit, improving on my introspection. Alan Watts taught me that to know is not everything. Any spring plucked in a rux flow. Question it. Pessimist, nah. Just my body is a remnant of mitochondria. Promptly walking to their death wish. Tempest. Raging the covalence of the soul. Wholehearted, I've departed for the aliens of old. euphonic.
Everyone get a good hearing that? Sunday said run it back.
Again?
I don't know. It just came in about a minute ago.
Nah. He been said that.
Okay.
He said that when the audio went out.
Okay.
Yo, that was I mean, that's surprisingly cohesive. I don't think a year or two ago Euphonic would have done such a great job with that. That beat, like he sat in a pocket on that beat. He had a couple of 5-syllable combos. He even was doing some slants with like 7 to 9 syllables where words were sort of internally hitting and then on the end hitting. Like I like the mitochondria reference. The Alan Watts line I thought was one of my favorite lines. Sort of knowing is not to know. And I thought topically, he was right in there in terms of messaging and I'm a fan. Euphonic's grown a lot. I've worked with Euphonic probably over a year ago a couple times, and man, his newer shit is really on point, and he does it like breathing. So first drop, man, very solid, very solid.
Yeah, man. He I don't know how he understood the topic so clearly, because he didn't even hear our verses. All he heard was the beat and the hook. And the hook is literally just a body is not a body. And I feel like this could have actually been on the song. Like, he really understood the assignment and he nailed it. Mm-hmm. I took a little bit of notes on some of his lyrical stuff that he said. Like, he has some entendres in there, like the up here and then up here. And he kind of like he understood like the transcendental aspect of it all, where he talks about I lay my body on a beach towel, and then that it puts a visual in your head. And then he even says later on that he's disconnected from the flesh. So he already is disassociating himself from the physical body. Mm-hmm.
Well,
and, yeah, just throughout. And then he talks about Alan Watts and all that. So yeah, he understood that.
You guys can catch a rap analysis that actually Euphonic won in a raffle when he bought a third side-eye hoodie earlier or end of last year. Rap Seminar Rob on Rap Seminar's page, a brand new rap stats analysis for Euphonic Aspect that dropped Friday. And he's dropping singles every Friday right now. Him and D Rotten, Something Wicked is their group. So y'all need to catch the Something Wicked joints that I've heard a couple. I think I've heard one for sure, and I think 2 or 3 have dropped. But they're dropping singles, man. D Rotten is also slept on, man. I'm a fan of D Rotten. I was hoping to hear D Rotten's tone on this beat. Actually, I thought D Rotten's little some of his inflections would have sat really well in places on this beat. But yeah, man, Euphonic killed it. Agree, Jerome. Agree. That could have done well on the track as well. I feel that way about most of these, all these probably.
Yeah, one more thing about Euphonic Aspect, he has leveled up. I feel like before he was like Dragon Ball, and then like just in the last year and a half, maybe he's done upgraded to like Dragon Ball Z.
Right. He certainly has. Like he married, I think I use the marriage phrase a lot for vocals and beats. Like you want to make it a marriage. You don't want any competition. And I think not that it was ever competitive, it's not like he would, but he is sure to make a marriage nowadays. Whereas sometimes back in the day, I just hear him rapping on a beat and you don't, that's what you want to avoid when you're rhyming, is just being some guy rapping on a beat. And, I'm guilty of it. Everybody has been at some time. You don't get to be dope consistently without sort of finding that zone of where you work on a given beat. And it doesn't mean technical always, but it just means tonality and vibe.
Yeah. Maybe it has to do with the fact he was in Pendulum Inc. for like more than one semester too.
Well, was he? I think he just joined this. I think he just joined now. I think he's
He did?
Yeah, and I think it's
Well,
a combination.
He's been rocking with us in all of the barkeepers community, and that's still sharp and still. I think he's unlocked and he realized his full potential at this point. He's at a level of self mastery, and I can see now he does it with ease and it's effortless now.
Agreed.
And he's dope as fuck. I had him on my album. I'm on his album.
He makes a couple appearances on the upcoming Hooks project as well.
Ooh, dope.
Yep.
I'll get on that later tonight. Even though you said no rush. Don't tell me no rush. You need to be like, it's a rush.
Yeah, you need to get that shit done.
Thanks.
I'm trying to get that shit out.
There you go. All right. That's what I'm telling you. Do not say no rush to me. That will put it behind on the list. All right. Well, great first one. Yeah, and I don't mind
moving on to
all these a couple times.
Definitely. If any all you guys here that are here as well, if you guys can't hear it or something like that, let me know. I'll let it play through and we'll run it back. We'll run it back 3 or 4 times if need be.
Let's go. Who was next?
Next we got Show Rock.
Ooh, all right.
Jew, Hey yo, a body ain't a body, it's a combination of blood, sweat, tears, years of fears. It's an amalgamation. So greetings, earthlings, salutation. This out-of-body experience really is worthy of adoration. So have some patience and witness me body the track without gun bars. Check your lumbar, Rocky is back. Like a cop with a reason to gludge. Your thoughts seeking a budge. Your OJ leaving the scene with no glove. I'm in your home. Body every MC that you love. Break your 206 bones if you're leaking some blood. Let's be specific. It's roughly 5 liters of blood and 11 major organ systems will cease when I come. Pause. You know a body ain't a body till you learn anatomy and you slice and dissect it properly. Turn these rappers cadavers. You obviously carbon copies when I'm dead. When it start with the head like sloppy toppy. Pause. Duffy, Jew, Hey yo, a body ain't a body, it's a combination of blood, sweat, tears, years of fears. It's an amalgamation. So greetings, earthlings, salutation. This out-of-body experience really is worthy of adoration. So have some patience and witness me body the track without gun bars. Check your lumbar, Rocky is back. Like a cop with a reason to gludge. Your thoughts seeking a budge. Your OJ leaving the scene with no glove. I'm in your home. Body every MC that you love. Break your 206 bones if you're leaking some blood. Let's be specific. It's roughly 5 liters of blood and 11 major organ systems will cease when I come. Pause. You know a body ain't a body till you learn anatomy and you slice and dissect it properly. Turn these rappers cadavers. You obviously carbon copies when I'm dead. When it start with the head like sloppy toppy. Pause.
Everyone hear that?
Yeah, it came out clear.
Yeah, it was nice. I was like, I better get up on the notes game or I'm not gonna have. There's a lot to take in. Rome, what you got, or what you got, X?
I say this is the first time hearing this. I think it's dope. Wow. Say the only negative thing if it is negative, I got so used to seeing the lyrics on people's posts. That's the only thing that I wasn't feeling. But everything else, bar work, energy, tone, sounding on, how he sounded on the beat. I think this is gonna be a tough one to top so far.
Yeah, I think he took the topic and he took his own approach to it, which I appreciate. I appreciate that, because I was coming at it from like a transcendental, out of body, introspection kind of perspective. But he just went straight with it. But also, see, he did his research, because he 206 bones in the body, 5 liters of blood. Like he really that, and then he even talked about he broke down the anatomy in the verse, plus all the little entendres and shit. And the punchlines was hard. This was like a solid show rocker verse, and I appreciate him pulling up and bringing his A game.
Agreed. I also thought, I was surprised at how much he was able to do like his regular rocka style on this beat. Like I felt like he found this pocket that I didn't even know was still there. It was like I felt like you built this beat in a way where that pocket was gone, and his inflection was potent. I thought he was soulful with his inflections. I think that's somewhere where Rocka's improved dramatically in the last year since we've known him. I think Rocka was always just a monster with the writing and the entendre. I think his inflections have gotten are far improved over the last 12 months with the umph and like knowing when to kind of be talking and when to bring the umph. And I think he showed that on this verse as much as ever lately. The 11 organ systems start with the head. The pause moments were funny. I thought it was cool to see him, you know, be humorous in that sense. That was are you humorous? Are you humorous? There you go. For the anatomy lovers out there, you know, the no gun, you know, he was like shouting you out, Jerome, like making sure, you know, he wasn't like crossing any lines. He still stayed, you know, ethically positive, you know, with what he was saying here. I felt like, you know, he's talking about MCs, embodying MCs, but the no gun bars, lumbar, Rocky is back, like that entendre and the delivery of it, you know, with the multi-dimensional meaning. And then, you know, his name's Rocka, so the Rocky reference, I thought that was expertly executed. And I obviously like the greetings and salutations. I'm going from back to front in terms of the way this verse was delivered. But, you know, it was just totally like our homie pulling up and doing his thing, but with an ode to both of us. I really appreciate it as well. So shout out Professor Rocka over at Pendulum now, valedictorian at Pendulum Inc. last year. You know, he's got a ton of music, Show Rocka everywhere on all platforms. Dropped a single in the last, he was a feature on, what was he featured on? Somebody just dropped a single with him and somebody big as a feature, and then he was the lead with the Pony song about 3 weeks back, where you saw BDR, who shout out BDR, man, he gets a reference on the album. He's actually got a shout out on Monk is the Master Alien is the Legend. But Rocka's got some new singles out, feature and a personal single y'all need to look up, brand new from this month. And oh man, shout out Simi J Roberts in the chat over at Instagram. Jay Roberts says he's got one coming, maybe. So Jay Roberts might drop before so another Canadian killer. But back to Rocka, man. Yeah, that's a top-notch entry, man. We're gonna have trouble. We're gonna have trouble definitely when we go to ranking these guys.
I think one of those singles is Conway.
Yeah,
there you go. Well, Conway's the other feature. Who was the lead on that? There's too much music coming out right now. He's on a track with Conway, but I think him and Conway are the features, and somebody else dropped the joint.
Jay Roberts.
Oh, it's Jay Roberts.
I think it's Jay, because Jay Roberts got a track with Conway.
There you go. My bad. And Jay Roberts is over here, and I'm looking like an asshole. Yes, he says it's me now. But yeah, you could, man. Sorry, I'm all over the place. It's his song. Yes. So Jay Roberts. The song is called Peak Mean. Peak Mean. It's already been played on Shade 45, I believe. So you know Jay Roberts gets some mad spins over on Shade 45. So Peak Mean by Jay Roberts, the Canadian killer, featuring Show Rock and Conway the Machine. So that is just now out. I think that came out like 2 days ago. But yeah, man, the combination too in the very beginning. So Rocka started like shout out DJ Frankie Diesel because he scratches all over this record. But the good combination reference, like Rocka starts with that scheme and the word combination. So I also thought that was well planned and well executed from the standpoint of making a marriage with the track.
In the beginning of his verse too, those first 2 bars.
Just Jay Roberts might have already dropped his challenge, so he may get on this stream tonight. Go ahead, Jerome.
Yeah, in the beginning of his verse, he does kind of tap into the transcendental aspect too, where he talks about a body is not a body; it's an amalgamation of blood, sweat, and tears, and all that.
Nice.
So he did. He kind of he touched on it from a different perspective.
Yeah. Well said.
He's in my there's full transparency in my judging, but I got him. He's so far is in my top 3. I haven't like ranked them all yet, but I know for sure Rocka is going to be in my top 3 for sure.
All right. It's hard. It's hard to compete with Show Rocka. Shout out Rabalin. Rabalin just popped in the IG chat. Who I think that we've covered Rocka's pretty well. The pause again, I guess, in honor of that. In honor of that verse. I'm gonna go. So I'm gonna listen, but I just got home when we got live, so I'm doing some things around the house. But I'm gonna mute and turn my cam off as we listen to whoever's next a couple of times. And I'll
next
pop back
is
in the video.
next is Devour. We got
Let's
Devour.
go. And Devour is on. Devour is featured on Monk is the Master, Alien is the Legend. He is on the album. He's on a song called Distress Signal. It is the second track on the album. But we love Devour. Shout out Devour. I'm going to mute and cam down, as people say.
All right. Here we go.
Back at it. Yeah. Shit. Real quick. I'm terraforming mind, transforming force beside, unlocking chakras, evolving my metaphysical mind, capture the spiritual interludes of the fine, gathering swaying energy, charging my true enlightenment, digesting the ashes of burned dreams, alone screams, but learn how to purge and get these lines clean. I'm transcending and turning up pure energy, lifting off of the earth as my atoms align with symmetry, centuries of coding and bolding, the bold and folded, the most rawest emotion for bolding without a notice. When I'm like the sparks explosive, your brain will change in the motion like rain, rivers and oceans. Believe the pain is an ocean. Your body's not a body, it's probably more like an ollie. Evolving, show you can open, embrace the world of its fallacies. Tripping off this molly has got me thinking about that my body against somebody's body while fusing it properly. 40-62 times 2, we moving at a speed. Stars explode over the moon, creating everything. Drop another tab in my boots. I'm feeling every screen. Third eye blind no more. I'm seeing every being.
Gonna bring that back.
Back at it. Yeah. Shit. Real quick. I'm terraforming mind, transforming force beside, unlocking chakras, evolving my metaphysical mind, capture the spiritual interludes of the fine, gathering swaying energy, charging my true enlightenment, digesting the ashes of burned dreams, alone screams, but learn how to purge and get these lines clean. I'm transcending and turning up pure energy, lifting off of the earth as my atoms align with symmetry, centuries of coding and bolding, the bold and folded, the most rawest emotion for bolding without a notice. When I'm like the sparks explosive, your brain will change in the motion like rain, rivers and oceans. Believe the pain is an ocean. Your body's not a body, it's probably more like an ollie. Evolving, show you can open, embrace the world of its fallacies. Tripping off this molly has got me thinking about that my body against somebody's body while fusing it properly. 40-62 times 2, we moving at a speed. Stars explode over the moon, creating everything. Drop another tab in my boots. I'm feeling every screen. Third eye blind no more. I'm seeing every being.
Yeah, that was nice.
Jeez. That's one of his best verses ever, man. Like that one. You know, I want him on the track. Like, you know, like that was beyond a marriage, not just a marriage for sure.
Like he did a real good job. He kept me listening. I was actually listening. I was waiting for at some point in time for him to do the screaming that he does. Like with the harmonies and stuff. But he just kept going, and he switched it up. He brought in someone mentioned the chipmunks, the chipmunk voices. I was like, okay. So I was expecting something completely different. But either way, this is a dope verse. I'm stuck on reading the lyrics.
It's mind-blowing to me. Like, that's just a mind-blowing verse. Like, every time I hear it, I've got probably 7 or 8 listens of that now, maybe more. It's the whole presentation, man. Like, he's doing a lot of the things we talked about with Devour like a year or two ago. It's like he would sell out a bar or sell out a delivery, and like I feel like he doesn't do that anymore. Like, everything is so precise, and even if he's punching in, like I can hear, like, I'd rather him punch in and not sell out a bar, and I feel like he's doing that in a way to make his style as perfectly and perfected as possible. And on theme, like, he was so on theme. It was like so transcendental and yet so physical all at the same time. So he like covered a wide range of like jarring thoughts and emotions. Like, it's hard for me to pinpoint like bars, but he stayed on message and he stayed in the ether with it, man. Like, that's something I felt from the jump. And the chipmunk alien shit was like, it wasn't too much. It was like nothing. Sometimes Devour will go too far, or he'll do something that I'm just like, I want you to stay rapping there, stay in your zone. And not that he even leaves the zone. He's just takes risks, and he's a great risk taker. And I think his refinement of that risk taking especially in 2023, like he's dropped some of his best barkeeper shit I've ever heard the last 6-8 months. And I feel like Devour has leveled up. And this was a verse, when I heard it, I was regretting not asking him onto the track. I was like, that would have sat really nice in between us, actually, as a middle verse, to kind of really set up Jerome and the way that we hit off each other well on this joint. But I love it. I'm not even going to pinpoint bars. I'll leave it up to Jerome to do that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna like pinpoint any specific bars, but I have this is my number one right now. I haven't seen.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I don't know who else.
Kind of what I'm saying.
But this is my number one right now. So everyone else on my list is competing for second and third.
I got you.
The reason why I say that is because not only he heard the original song, but he embodied the entire essence of the song. Like, this dude, even when I sent him the distress signal, just the beat, and then my verse, like he's a master at like taking a concept and like expanding on it and making it a whole experience.
Yeah.
And he understood the assignment. He speaked on the whole out of body transcendental kind of shit. Mm-hmm. And I could tell he really like put some deep introspective thought into it, and he did some soul searching on this. And I even told you, Blonde Jew, the other day, like, Devour he's an existential dude.
I mean, you hear me. I don't know. If I'm saying, like, I wanted that verse on the track the moment I heard it, and I'm not as great as we've got some amazing artists and MCs as a part of this contest. I don't know if I'm saying that as strongly about anybody else, and that's how strongly I feel about his presentation there. Like, it was you don't ever hear me being like, I wish we'd asked him on the track, but the album's already been released. Like, that's how I truly felt about the vibes. It's a vibes thing.
Maybe it could be a later remix,
Sure. I would love to remix. Yeah.
He had me, like, I told him when he very first submitted it, like, man, he had me, this is the only one that had me like questioning my own verse on it. Like, his shit sounded like it was more part of the song than my shit. His shit was more of the song than mine was.
Me too. Sunday picked up some Galaxy mints in honor of all of us aliens. Well, yeah.
And he's another master right now too. I feel like he went from Dragon Ball to Dragon Ball Z.
Well said.
Like in the last year, he's at a level of mastery now, self-mastery. I think he's the best at what he do, like Wolverine.
Right.
You can't, nobody could try to be Devourer or try to out-devour because you're going to get devoured.
Yeah.
All right.
Moving on, we got MC Paranoia. I said, yeah, MC Paranoia.
Let's go. Man, MCP has been a huge friend and supporter these last 2 months.
Paranoia. Y'all crazy, huh? Okay. Embrace my level up to a higher plane. I'ma graze by them while I'm riding, they hibernate. On a scale of 1 to 5 flame emojis, I'ma need at least 32 for 16 because I burn 8. Put that on the side of the tape. I'll always loop the time and space. Always loop the time and wait. Even if they want the smoke from me igniting flames when I type a page and I got no fire escape, they can pick a time and date. It's all relative and childish frame. Inside the eye that makes you see the sun's right away. Fun's the sun right away. In the cosmos, there's no license plate. In the wild, even canines are prey. In life, it's hard to find some faith, but whatever you call it. Still feeling stressed, please just fetch me your wallet. Forget me or not, shit, I'll give you the option. I'm 10 leagues deep on it. I'm MCP sonically, endlessly polished. Rap is not just my hobby, so naturally I'll get naughty. Yeah, one punch just hit like I'm Pacquiao or I'm Rocky. Remind them if they forgot me, stop partying until I'm sloppy. Left the body back behind you. The body is not a body, it's not.
Yeah, let's go again.
Paranoia. Y'all crazy, huh? Okay. Embrace my level up to a higher plane. I'ma graze by them while I'm riding, they hibernate. On a scale of 1 to 5 flame emojis, I'ma need at least 32 for 16 because I burn 8. Put that on the side of the tape. I'll always loop the time and space. Always loop the time and wait. Even if they want the smoke from me igniting flames when I type a page and I got no fire escape, they can pick a time and date. It's all relative and childish frame. Inside the eye that makes you see the sun's right away. Fun's the sun right away. In the cosmos, there's no license plate. In the wild, even canines are prey. In life, it's hard to find some faith, but whatever you call it. Still feeling stressed, please just fetch me your wallet. Forget me or not, shit, I'll give you the option. I'm 10 leagues deep on it. I'm MCP sonically, endlessly polished. Rap is not just my hobby, so naturally I'll get naughty. Yeah, one punch just hit like I'm Pacquiao or I'm Rocky. Remind them if they forgot me, stop partying until I'm sloppy. Left the body back behind you. The body is not a body, it's not.
Nasty.
Yeah, I say he starts out slow, and I forgot. There's one line he said each time it had me laughing, but then he picked it up crazy at the end with when he joined Jerome's cadence. Daddy, body, body. You know, he's doing that cadence.
Oh, right. The finish was strong. Strong finish.
Yeah. So I
Body
think it was
behind me.
I think it was a well-rounded verse. This is also a first time hearing this as well.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. Well-rounded verse. Starts out kind of slow, but there's some dope stuff in there. If you're paying attention to the 32, the 16, I burn 8. Yeah. Great stuff.
He's got some signature things that he does. I thought he really flexed a lot of style. Like there was so much style in this verse, like in terms of changing the scheme and like being able to lead the scheme anywhere. And I think this beat doesn't really tell it. It's hard to do that on this beat. And I felt like he started with the level up comment, and I would say MCP is another guy who very recently to me has leveled up and is working on the level up right now. He's kind of in the process of the level up. Like we've spoken about Devour or Euphonic. There was a lot in here for us. Like there was the Cosmos no license plate line was very memorable. In life, it's hard to find some faith. And then the way he said endlessly polished, I thought his inflections and scheme, like cadence delivery, was very well executed on a beat like this, especially. Like that was that was some really hard shit to do. And then, like you said, X, to come around and finish with the Jerome cadence to kind of fall into that. I thought stylistically it sat really well. Yeah, I would have liked him to go even crazier with the existential shit. Like, I felt like MCP, he's really tapped into this record. Like, he's been excited for it to come out because he's got things he wants to say about it that he can't really say yet, because he's been sitting on it for a couple of weeks. So as like an inner circle guy, you know, I thought he did it with the style and the schemes. I thought he could have gone even crazier with some out of body type, you know, content, but he's still an out of body experience when he gets on the mic, because he's just such a unique, you know, serious to funny, kind of covers every kind of feeling and emotion all at once, which is also very difficult to do. Rome, what you got, man?
Yeah, man.
Jay Elijah was good.
Yeah, I think MCP, I think he tapped into like the collective conscious of everybody that was participating in this, and he put a lot of little funny little punchlines in there. My favorite one was, "In the wild, even the canine is prey." That shit, it creates a visual in your head, and it makes me think of that Japanese dude that dressed up like a dog. What would happen to him if he went into the wild? But yeah, MCP,
he might have been referencing that.
He's leveling up, but I think he needs to keep sparring with us a little bit more, because I feel like he's on the verge of a breakthrough.
Yeah,
I think he just needs to like tighten it up a bit and you know, just tighten it up. He's like raw potential. It just needs a little bit more. Like,
and again,
cohesiveness.
I think this beat is a super challenge when it comes to that. This beat, like I'm saying, you created such a unique pocket here. Like that's why talking about Raka being kind of a extraordinaire top level Raka, you know, that's why Raka was still able to come in here and just do Raka stuff. And I agree with you, Rome. Like, MCP is such a kind-hearted dude. He's in it. He's in it for the long haul. And I think we'll see. I think in a few months we're gonna be like, holy fucking shit, you know, like, what did he just do? And he's doing it sometimes when the beat is the right type of beat for what he's doing. You know, I think he's showing that like I said, in process of the level up, and which we all are.
Yeah, he got content. And he has something to say. He just needs to think of different ways to say it that comes across more, I want to say, like, more entertaining and more clever ways to say what you want to say. You know, like, he's already like kind of out there with his content, but he needs to kind of like package it better.
All right. But
I don't know, because I feel like 2-3 years ago, before I got into all this IG stuff, I wasn't even that dope. And I think just, you know, sparring with everybody here is what keeps making me better and better. So I think, like I said, if he keeps sparring with us, he'll get there.
Agreed.
We've seen everybody, damn near everybody in our circle has like exponentially leveled up. It's just like Dragon Ball Z. Like Piccolo was raw, and so was Tien and Yamcha and all them. But then when Goku came, like, somebody raises the bar, and then you got to get better. And right now, we all in the hyperbolic rhyme chamber right now, leveling up. Yeah. Some of us is like God mode, Super Saiyan, God, Super Saiyan. Some of us is just like regular Saiyans, but we all got the potential.
Well said. I agree. And I mean, I'm proof of all the same, man. I know I was pretty good 3 or 4 years ago, but I am way, way better than I was because of meeting guys like you and X and the Bartians and Pony and half the barkeepers, man. Like, it's an honor. I'm glad to be able to just come out here and do, you know, be the best me I can be whether we're making beats or making songs. It's the same thing. I'm just glad to participate. And that's why we do this. It's like, you know, we got an album coming out tonight at midnight Eastern, and, you know, we're here because we wanted to have other people participate in that process, and we wanted to listen to other artists, show us what they can do and commune, not just about our album. It's about everybody, and we wouldn't have made this album this way, or it wouldn't be this dope if it weren't for so many people that we've met online, and some people we've been blessed enough to meet in person. So I'm excited for the process.
I've gone back through all my music that I had online. I deleted all my stuff from before 2020. All that is garbage to me.
I'm not gonna do it. Shout out, King Saul is in the chat. King Saul made this artwork for the album. It's original artwork. King Saul is from the Super Heru art crew days, where he definitely did their logo and the art for the Heru album. But King Saul, man, we appreciate you so much. This album would not be the same without you, and we're lucky to be able to know you and have you involved in the process too, man. This is some timeless shit because of you as well. So what we got next, man? I heard Jay Roberts was in the chat on IG he's been popping in and out.
Moving forward,
he's dropped as well. So Jay Roberts will be, I guess, the last entry we play tonight, but I know we got 4 or 5 more, so let's keep it going.
Yeah, we got a High Sunday next.
Let's go.
Hold on.
Sunday tonight on Twitch.
Yeah,
You good?
Sorry, right. I had to turn the volume up. Let's go.
I'm muting.
Yeah, my body is not a body in this temple of doom. These rap snitches all caps. I'm the MF in truth. Never aloof when I step in the booth. Forever telling them who the fuck I is. Kunta Kinte and Bruce. Square up with anybody, body them and they crew. Discarding them on some decks, the sharks getting they food. Just chalking up on my ops and feeling great. But as soon as I start to connect the dots, constellations of rules. Clarity. Not afraid to say that I'm scared of singularity. Terrified of this thing finna end terribly. That's why I stand with SAG-AFTRA in solidarity, and I'ma last way long past after they bury me. Solid up in my mental, my body the fucking vessel. If everybody retarded, then I don't wanna be special. Follows comments and mentions is highly inconsequential, but algorithmic bots is regarded as artificials. That's the issue. The artificial versus organic tissue. The battle with real and fake been something that raps akin to. Being not to be simple, being complex or simple. Ride the wave, but be the guy that causes the ripples. High Sunday, please. Yeah, my body is not a body in this temple of doom. These rap snitches all caps. I'm the MF in truth. Never aloof when I step in the booth. Forever telling them who the fuck I is. Kunta Kinte and Bruce. Square up with anybody, body them and they crew. Discarding them on some decks, the sharks getting they food. Just chalking up on my ops and feeling great. But as soon as I start to connect the dots, constellations of rules. Clarity. Not afraid to say that I'm scared of singularity. Terrified of this thing finna end terribly. That's why I stand with SAG-AFTRA in solidarity, and I'ma last way long past after they bury me. Solid up in my mental, my body the fucking vessel. If everybody retarded, then I don't wanna be special. Follows comments and mentions is highly inconsequential, but algorithmic bots is regarded as artificials. That's the issue. The artificial versus organic tissue. The battle with real and fake been something that raps akin to. Being not to be simple, being complex or simple. Ride the wave, but be the guy that causes the ripples. High Sunday, please.
He said, hold on.
Finna end terribly. That's why I stand with SAG-AFTRA in solidarity, and I'ma last way long past after they bury me. Solid up in my mental, my body the fucking vessel. If everybody retarded, then I don't wanna be special.
Right, everybody retarded, then I don't want to be special.
I wrote that vessel. If everybody retarded, then I don't wanna be special.
Yeah.
I mean, that was the last thing on my list I wrote down right here.
High Sunday, please.
Yo, that entry gets better. I've heard it a couple times. I think he dropped, was it late night last night? Was it this morning that we woke up to that? Or was it yesterday morning? Was it today? I get my weekend confused. But I probably heard that one like 4 or 5 times, maybe 6 times now. Man, where he got some of those inflections in that pocket, like he really did his thing too, like similar to how we're talking about Raka. And he entrenched into that pocket with some of those inflections, and they danced extremely well on that beat, like surprisingly well, where I hear Sunday do some barkeepers sometimes where he's doing his thing and it's great, but it doesn't blend in as well as he did on this one. I thought this was real marriage-like in that sense. His body will last way long past when they bury him. As soon as he connects the dots, constellations, like I really like that entendre in terms of some space reference. I've played with that constellation scheme before and never executed it that well. He started off at the Temple of Doom. The Dexter reference was dope. I like the bots are our officials line as well too, because that was he stayed on topic. I thought in terms of competing, if Devour is one, Sunday's right there knocking on the door. That's a really top-notch Sunday performance. So what you got, Rome?
Yeah, I actually played this one the most out of everybody's just because it was so much to unpack. And
nice.
When I very first started listening to Sunday, when he first came out on 4-bar, well, he didn't first come out, but when I first found out about him on 4-bar, I kind of like brushed over him. But he's the kind of guy that he got so much shit that's got like is underneath, like it's just onion layers to it. So some of my notes was, to tell him who I am, always telling him who I am, like Kunta Kinte.
Yeah.
If you ever seen Roots, the last scene of like episode 2 where Kunta Kinte is getting whooped. And he keeps trying to tell him your name is Toby, and he keeps telling him my name is Kunta Kinte. And then Fiddler comes up and be like, "Don't worry, boy, you know who you be." But that it was funny, but it was also it hit hard. But there's a little bit of a Dexter theme going on throughout there too, where he's talking about bodies being chalked up, and then catching the hatchets and all this. And if you know about him, he's a fan of Dexter. He did that Dexter Morgan song with the video a few years ago.
Oh, right.
And then
Dexter just came back out, I heard. My cousin was just telling me Dexter's back.
Yeah, but they messed up Dexter, like around season 6. As soon as his sister found out about him, they messed the show up. I started watching it after that. I had this conversation with Sunday, too. He agreed.
All right.
But in the beginning,
what else you got?
Even though, so like I was saying, how there's hella layers to it, even though I played it more than everybody else, I didn't get the Temple of Doom line until just now because I was just focused on the MF Doom part, but then I didn't realize like the body is a temple.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Damn.
That was crazy. I was just catching that for the first time on my 4th listen or so, 5th listen.
Yeah. Then there's the rap snitches, Knishes, anybody that listen to MF Doom food. And then the all caps, he did like
amazing
2 in 2 lines. He did like 3 MF Doom references. Like this is a whole lot of shit all throughout here. And then he got like fucking suburbias and shit. And then he even talk about connecting the dots, and then he does callbacks to other lines.
Really impressively done.
He really was trying to win, though. I could tell.
He's right there.
He said he liked shoes.
I feel like I've got 2 or 3 that are all kind of in that tie spot. He does like shoes. I saw the chat, the private chat, X. So I know you've got Solu next. I know that Jay Roberts and Sodali Tober have dropped as well. So do I need to go off one of these things and send you links or something through the chat?
Yeah. I'll say if you can just send it to the chat so that way I can.
Okay. So during when you're playing Solu a couple times, I'll cam down and go do that on this phone because I got this other phone live.
Damn, can y'all believe it's been over an hour already?
No, it feels like we've been talking for like 20 minutes.
I say this
thank you.
If we were judging by like if part of the judging was physical presence, looking at the way Sunday's rapping and the way he's like, he's looking around, he's looking all over the place, and it's going perfectly in tune with the lyrics and everything. This would definitely be in the top. just on his conviction, physical conviction alone. I don't know if you can see it.
Ooh.
Hey, you a judge? You a judge too? So that.
Oh, nice.
What you mean
That's
if?
cool. Yeah. Well,
You could
yeah,
judge. You set your own criteria.
Right. Yeah. I mean, so.
Yeah, but I mean that wouldn't be fair because what is it? Devour's his verse was dope, but he's not physically there. So I mean, you know, it's just the visual of, you know.
Well,
I mean, the visual he put was dope too, but I'm not going to compare physical movement to pictures, you know.
Well, you can give Sunday extra credit then. So there is a conversation. We'll be in the chat. We'll be talking. You know, so High Sunday is live, I imagine, tonight on Twitch with that's High Sunday, please, on Twitch with the Barkeepers Week 165 breakdowns. The Monk and I did drop a Barkeepers together that was really fun to produce this week on the ExurtBeatz beat. So there's a 8-8-8-8 verse from the two of us that, man, that's like a little song we did. I had so much fun with you on that, Jerome. I did a full lyric video for both of us there, and there's been some really nice drops that I've seen. I don't know if it's too busy, but it'll be a fun show, 10 o'clock Eastern time, 7 o'clock Pacific on High Sunday, please, Twitch. So y'all make sure you tune into that, and I'm sure we'll be hanging out there and chopping it up in our chats like we usually do. I also have a text from Conti. Conti says he has a verse for The Body Is Not a Body contest, so we may have a Conti drop before the end of the night. But yeah, the three of us are judging, and we'll decide that and figure it out by this time tomorrow night, whenever we hang with Sunday for the listening session. So, what you got? So you got Solu. Solu is next. Is that right?
Solu's next.
All right. So on Solu is next, and I'll go pop off. Yeah, I'll give you the couple others.
I know he has. Didn't he have an album that just recently dropped as well?
Solu? Yeah, so on Solu, our favorite Barshan has an album out. It's been out for 2 weeks. It's called Solu, Solu, and it is an incredible just solo album with features from Mickey Fax, Class, Chilla Jones, Comic Book Cam, and Bison, and myself. I'm on there as well.
All right, here we go.
And I made a beat on there.
Oh yeah, you did. Yeah, you did.
Okay.
Sorry. Yeah, you should have cut me off. So the monk and the alien did, in fact, make it onto the Solu record together on the same joint, actually. So that joint's called 3 Nines. If y'all want to listen to it.
All right, let's go.
I'm gonna cam down, send you those others. Yep.
Oh, yeah. Body is not a body contest. Solu, check it. Yo, truly I'm out of body, but a body is not a body. I'm not with Illuminati, but I'm probably an Anunnaki. I'm riding in my Denali, fuck hollering at a thotty. I'm Solomon, y'all are zombies, y'all wildin' and high up mollies. I'm dominant when I'm rhyming, prominent when designing, guiding them when I'm shining, guiding them when I'm shining. They follow them like Muhammad, mind-boggling like Rwanda. You rhyming with nothing behind it. We ain't got shit in common, approximate with my timing. Box them out like I'm robbing. They try me, but then they find that I'm wild. I'm a different problem. Acknowledge it when you watch it. Deny it, but you don't stop them. They rock with you at the top, but not when you at the bottom. Honestly, I'm a rock till I poly in Abu Dhabi and still drop albums reminding how prolific I be. Promise it's not a hobby. Give life when I catch a body. Resurrect. So in retrospect, a body is not a body, nigga. Solu. Oh, yeah. Body is not a body contest. Solu. Check it. Yo, truly I'm out of body, but a body is not a body. I'm not with Illuminati, but I'm probably an Anunnaki. I'm riding in my Denali, fuck hollering at a thotty. I'm Solomon, y'all are zombies, y'all wildin' and high up mollies. I'm dominant when I'm rhyming, prominent when designing, guiding them when I'm shining, guiding them when I'm shining. They follow them like Muhammad, mind-boggling like Rwanda. You rhyming with nothing behind it. We ain't got shit in common. Approximate with my timing, box them out like I'm robbing. They try me, but then they find that I'm wild. I'm a different problem. Acknowledge it when you watch it, deny it, but you don't stop them. They rock with you at the top, but not when you at the bottom. Honestly, I'm a rock till I poly in Abu Dhabi and still drop albums reminding how prolific I be. Promise it's not a hobby. Give life when I catch a body, resurrect. So in retrospect, a body is not a body, nigga. Solo.
Yo, can you play that one more time? Because I didn't get to hear it the first time. I was doing the messaging and it like cut my audio out. Can I hear it one more time?
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Oh, yeah. Body is not a body contest. Solo. Check it. Yo, truly I'm out of body, but a body is not a body. I'm not with Illuminati, but I'm probably an Anunnaki. I'm riding in my Denali, fuck hollering at a thotty. I'm Solomon, y'all are zombies, y'all wildin' and high up mollies. I'm dominant when I'm rhyming, prominent when designing, guiding them when I'm shining, guiding them when I'm shining. They follow them like Muhammad, mind-boggling like Rwanda. You rhyming with nothing behind it. We ain't got shit in common. Approximate with my timing, box them out like I'm robbing. They try me, but then they find that I'm wild. I'm a different problem. Acknowledge it when you watch it, deny it, but you don't stop them. They rock with you at the top, but not when you at the bottom. Honestly, I'm a rock till I poly in Abu Dhabi and still drop albums reminding how prolific I be. Promise it's not a hobby. Give life when I catch a body. So in retrospect, the body is not a body, nigga.
Oh my goodness. No. Hold on.
What are you doing?
I don't know. My phone.
Remix.
Nah, my phone started tripping and started playing some stuff that not supposed to be heard yet.
Remix. That was cool. That was cool.
Man, you was about to leak your own shit.
I know, right? I understand how things get leaked now. That's crazy.
That was nice.
Wait,
That
hold
verse.
on. Can he? Is he allowed to? He's not allowed to compete, is he? Because he a Bartian and it would be too biased.
It's up to us. I mean, we're running this.
We gotta talk about that because that ain't fair. I'm just saying, I'd be mad as hell if I was enter the contest and one of the homies and somebody that's in a group with the person hosting the contest is allowed to compete in it. Because I know Exurt is not allowed to compete in this because he's on the project. Well, obviously, and he's a judge.
Right. Well, we still gonna play X, aren't we?
Yeah, we're gonna play it for sure.
Well, Solo, we definitely had that moral and ethical quandary talk for sure. You know, I probably can't vote for him. You know, you guys could vote for him. We could see if he could win without me voting for him.
Man, this dude win too much.
He does. I mean, that was, you know, Solu really got in his usual Solu bag, and I thought he did some cadence things that this is what I'm telling you about your beat here. Like Solu was doing he did some different shit cadence wise that your beat forced him to do, and I thought that's kind of what I wanted to hear stylistically from. Like I would have wanted to hear Rocket try to take more risks or something, but it was not really. I mean, it's not. I'm talking about a razor thin margin here, but I loved how Solu danced with his cadence on this one, and I mean I agree. I can't vote for him. I'll say that. So that would be, you know, that's fair. If you guys want to put him first, and then he can't win my first points because he won't get any points for me, we could see how that shakes out. But I thought content-wise and bar-wise, it was top-notch. I thought he could have actually gotten on the content of Body is Not a Body, the transcendental part, a bit more. I would have liked to have heard him take more abstract risks from a messaging standpoint. But like, they rock with you at the top, but not when you at the bottom. I really like that line. I like the way he broke in, probably an Anunnaki. Like, I was talking Anunnaki shit in the Barshan chat a day or two before, or no, the day after he wrote this shit, but I didn't know what he had said yet. And like, it was really funny when he dropped it. And I was like, bro, you saw everything I was just saying. He was like, yeah, I don't know. You know, we were on some psychic shit about like him dropping the Anunnaki reference while I was going off on human historical context of how we're related to the Anunnakis. But God in them when I'm shining, wild I'm a different problem. Like some of those, the way he squeezed those cadences into that beat, I thought was just super unique and pleasurable to the ear. So sonically, Solu always has the sound of a refined God MC. So you guys talk about it. Yeah, he's my favorite Barson, so I'm not voting for him. I hear you.
I say to add to what you said about the cadence, I like how he once again, he did it differently than the MC Paranoia, I believe it was. He started out with that body is not a body cadence, with the drums. Body is not a body, and he held it for a while, and even though maybe toward the fourth maybe eighth bar or something like that, he started switching up the rhymes a little bit, but it still had the adia dada body adia, and it still had that flow to it.
Yeah, he still had the same pattern, even though the rhymes weren't the same.
Yeah, and he held that for a while, and
then even the ones that weren't actual rhymes, he stretched them to where it makes you think it's a rhyme.
Well, and he circled it all the way back. I mean, he never really left it. It's like he kept it the whole way. Never left. Yeah. But so
the pattern was there. The rhymes weren't perfect rhymes, because how they say in the rhymecology book, there's perfect rhymes and near rhymes and all that.
Right.
He had the perfect rhymes sprinkled all throughout, but there was also some near rhymes in there. Then there's some fucking illusion rhymes that make you think they rhymes, but they ain't. But the shit sounds.
They more so rhyme with the musically, harmonically.
Well, and that's
the way he says it with the he's hitting this, even though he's not singing, he's still hitting the same note when he's saying that, those specific words. So it also adds to the.
It's like an inflection. It's like a drummer inflecting their drums, because he doesn't. He's got a really drummer type cadence, but mix that with that soulful inflection, and it's a problem every time. Just like he said, wild, he's a different problem. So
it's crazy it's crazy how he can make shit rhyme that don't rhyme, just by the way he says it. I can't do that. I can't, even if I try my hardest.
And that reminds me, and he even called this a stretch when Bipolar played on Station Head on the show 2 weeks ago on Friday night. In 3/9, the joint you produced on the Solu project, he says, like LeBron when he left Cleveland. And it's the stretch. But I love that. I shout that out as I like the stretch. I like when you just change the vowel sound, but you still know what someone's saying. I think that's where you can really push cadence and scheme and messaging to a new level when you take those type of risks and deliver. So that was one of my favorite bars on his whole project, because of that unique inflection, cadence, and delivery. So shout out on Solu.
All right, let's see here. Who we got next?
I sent you the other two that I know are live. I haven't been tagged in any others, so I think that'll be everything after you play those two plus you. And man, we've been hanging a minute, yeah.
The real Sodally Tober.
Yeah, so I don't know. Let's go.
No, go ahead.
I don't know this dude, but he tapped in on one of our promotional posts for the album, and he followed, and he's been engaged, and I checked him out and I followed him. He's pretty dope. He's got some skills.
All right, let's go.
It started off with the brain, the mainframe controller, projecting thoughts in my inner spectrum. You feel my aura. 60% is water, but the bone structure harder. Created in God's image, from the ribs made a daughter. Traveling through the abdomen, small intestine, unraveling secrets of what your diet is. Minerals mixed with vitamins, geometrical patterns. The lungs filled with oxygen. Take another breath in your chest, filter the toxins. breathing, but I'm in hell, bleeding, red and white cells, leaking, what the mic tells is needed for the right health. The heart is one of the hardest working artists, keeping the beat to feed the arteries are the reason for all of these to be at ease, even when they sleeping on me, dreaming, making DMC, demons creeping on me with the third eye. I can see further when it's 2020, you can feel my energy. A body is not a body, my body is a machine.
Yeah, let's go again.
This started
Yeah,
off with the brain, the mainframe controller, projecting thoughts in my inner spectrum. You feel my aura. 60% is water, but the bone structure harder. Created in God's image, from the ribs made a daughter. Traveling through the abdomen, small intestine, unraveling secrets of what your diet is. Minerals mixed with vitamins, geometrical patterns. The lungs filled with oxygen. Take another breath in your chest, filter the toxins. Breathing, but I'm in hell, bleeding, red and white cells, leaking, what the mic tells is needed for the right health. The heart is one of the hardest working artists, keeping the beat to feed the arteries are the reason for all of these to be at ease, even when they sleeping on me, dreaming, making DMC, demons creeping on me with the third eye. I can see further when it's 2020, you can feel my energy. A body is not a body, my body is a machine.
Yeah, biased opinion, he's gonna be probably number one because he got the Bone Thugs hat on. He loves Bone Thugs. Great choice of gear to wear.
Nice.
When I'm judging, great choice.
Nice.
He's definitely tuned in. Yep. No, but all jokes aside, he was dope. He was actually doing some pockets that I didn't think could be done. The dun, dun, you know, he did that like 4 or 5 times toward the end.
Arteries are the reason for all of these to be at ease, even when they sleeping on me, dreaming, making DMC, demons creeping on me with the third eye. I can see further when it's 20.
No.
But I'm in hell, bleeding, red and white.
Yeah, right there.
Another breath in your chest, filter the toxins, breathing, but I'm in hell, bleeding, red and white cells, leaking, what the mic tells is needed for the right health, the heart.
Well, so that's a great entendre too with the breathe in, inhale, you know, like he's kind of got the southern inhale there, so that was a double entendre for sure. I really liked it a lot. I think it's like a couple of risks towards the back half of the verse. There may have been 1 or 2 syllables that could have been a little bit tighter, but I thought the inflection and messaging was on point. The style was unique. He's somebody who could benefit from being around the barkeepers for a couple of months and just dropping barkeepers each week, because I feel like he's got a lot of skill and he could really tighten up some spots where, man, he could be a dominant MC. It was very physical from the body is not a body standpoint. I thought the brain mainframe controller, like that cadence to start was great. Like I really liked the beginning cadence and how he came in. So he got you interested. 60% water. That's kind of like saying, body's not a body. We don't always realize how non-physical we are, how much of our body is just empty space or water. The small intestine unraveling, minerals and vitamins. That was, he's kind of telling the story of the body and how it's a body, but it's not a body. So I really liked the arteries, all of these to be at ease. Like that scheme when he kind of started taking that risk was super on point. And I like the end, the body is a machine, because I think we often estrange ourselves from technology and act like, we're so bio and inorganic matter is inorganic. But I think there's a gray area there. And I thought he touched on that well. So I was impressed, and I'd like to see more from him.
Yeah, I definitely want to hear more from this dude. I like his content, and I like how he dissected the body and broke it down to like a kind of like an engineer breaking down a machine and just inspecting all the parts and everything. To me, that's transcendental, because when you dissect the body, even in Buddhism, there's different meditation techniques. Like one of them is the impurities of the body, where we contemplate what's called the 32 parts of the body.
Okay.
And the Buddha said it's like having a bag full of seeds, and you dump them out and you separate the seeds. Once you dissect the body, you realize it's not a body. It's a combination of things.
A good combination. That reminds me of MCP's entry where he said he wanted 32 emoji, 32 flames. So I wonder if MCP was referencing what you just said. MCP might have been deeper than we thought in terms of his 32 emoji flame reference. I agree with you, Rome, and I like that take too, because that's how he ends it, calling the body a machine. So obviously it's not a body the way we conceive of it. So yeah, the spiritual messaging was on point.
And I could tell from the beginning he knew what he wanted to say, because he started out by saying it starts with the brain as the mainframe, and then he at the end he put a cap on it and said the body's a machine. And that's how I do my raps. Like I like to have a thesis statement and then like supporting with concrete details and the conclusion. He did that shit. He did that.
I'm taking notes on you guys. Yeah, I'm learning.
It almost, I think he would sound good with Jen too. Like it sound like he kind of reminds me of Jen a little bit as far as content.
Okay.
Because Jen thinks the body is Jen has a whole thing where he thinks the body is a machine and we're organic robots and all that. So I think him and Jen might have some cool little conversations together. All
right.
But yeah, I want to say my only complaint about this, I wish he would have recorded it more clean, because it's a dope ass verse. I just want to be able to hear it and appreciate
Connect
it better.
with it a little bit more. I got you. I'll bet he's dope, man. I hope we see more of him. So that was a nice surprise.
Yeah, come by the Barkeepers, bro. Every week they put the beat up on SoundCloud. We're gonna go live tonight on Twitch.
Right.
High Sundays.
So High Sunday, one of the participants in this contest, it's High Sunday Music, exactly how it sounds, High Sunday Music. And he's a big time stoner and amazing superhero rapper and producer, and he hosts a live every Sunday night at 10 Eastern on his Twitch, High Sunday Please, and it reviews the week of the Barkeeper submissions. So come over there, hang out with High Sunday, check out that community, and tap in, bro. You would definitely benefit from that communion over there. It's a beautiful spot. I also like the third eye reference. We've had so the last thing before we move on, we've had multiple third eye references throughout several of the entries, and I think that was definitely an attempt to stay on the transcendental part of the messaging that we're talking about. The third eye would be even though we have a physical spot where they talk about it, it's more non-physical in terms of how you see without seeing. But let's go, man. What we got? We got I haven't even heard this. This is gonna be brand new.
Jay Roberts.
Right, I haven't heard this either.
Drop during our.
All right, we ready? Let's go.
I'll be.
What up, Duffy and Blonde Jew? Look, I'll catch your body like I ain't body, a mortician. Every verse leaving a hearse, I got the morgue itching. You're missing the point as I begin to scratch the surface. You snatch your nervous as you feel the grasp of purpose. My pen's in orbit, circling any planet be. Damn it be, let any parody get the best of me. My artistry is masterful, the iron monk went on the mic. Right with the serrated edge, sharp in every strike. Proofing within them, his lyricism serious. Jokic with the swish, attacking your multifarious. 2-4 pressed on your back like you're the Black Mamba. Or get 8 tempting fate when I spit the llama. You foes hover, but I know you ain't touching down. Marshawn Lynch with every inch if you're rushing round. And as I elevate, I start to separate the pack. Dedicate my path to reaching heights you can never stack. What up, Duffy and Blonde Jew? Look, I'll catch your body like I ain't body, a mortician. Every verse leaving a hearse, I got the morgue itching. You're missing the point as I begin to scratch the surface. You snatch your nervous as you feel the grasp of purpose. My pen's in orbit, circling any planet be. Damn it be, let any parody get the best of me. My artistry is masterful, the iron monk went on the mic. Right with the serrated edge, sharp in every strike. Proofing within them, his lyricism serious. Jokic with the swish, attacking your multifarious. 2 4 pressed on your back like you're the Black Mamba. Or get 8 tempting fate when I spit the llama. You foes hover, but I know you ain't touching down. Marshawn Lynch with every inch if you're rushing ground. And as I elevate, I start to separate the pack. Dedicate my path to reaching heights you can never stack.
That was a good entry.
Yeah, that was dope. You on mute, Blonde?
Can we hear it one more time? Actually, was what I was asking because I haven't listened to it at all yet, and I didn't hear the first listen through just now. I was running around the house, but let me hear it one more time.
Yeah, for sure.
Since it's brand new.
What up, Duffy and Blonde Jew? Look, I'll catch your body like I embody a mortician. Every verse leaving a hearse, I got the morgue itching. You're missing the point as I begin to stretch the surface. You said you're nervous, as you feel the grasp of purpose. My pen's in orbit, circling any planet B. Damn it be, let any parody get the best of me. My artistry is masterful, the Iron Monk went on the mic. Right with the serrated edge, sharp in every strike. Proven within them, it's lyricism serious. Jokic with the swish, attacking your multivariants. 2 4 pressed on your back like you're the Black Mamba. Or get 8 tempting fate when I spit the llama. You foes hover, but I know you ain't touching down. Marshawn Lynch with every inch if you're rushing ground. And as I elevate, I start to separate the pack. Dedicate my path to reaching heights you can never stack.
Oh, sorry. But that wasn't on mute. Yo, I thought his tone really, I think Jay Roberts would sound great on some Jerome beats. I thought, you know, I really wanted to hear how his tone would flex on this beat in particular. And I thought, you know, there's certain beats that really cater to his tone. And I think you guys need to consider doing some shit because I know he takes a pretty old school, like boom bap approach with his beat selection. And, you know, we know Jay Roberts from Dominion days and I think 4-Bar, Barkeepers. I mean, Jay Roberts has been around for a long time. And I mean, he's grown, you know, hugely from just the time I knew him from the beginning. So I would have liked to hear a little bit more Body is Not a Body shit, but I know he threw this together for us in the last 24 hours in between work today. You know, I loved the cadence, the tone, the delivery. I would like to hear it again, actually, but I'll check it out after the show and break it down a little bit more. But like the last line, especially, you know, reaching heights you can never step. You know, he started off with the body is not a body line and went into the mortician, missing a point. Let's see. The Black Mamba. Like, I liked a couple of those inflections in the way he dragged them and then stayed really tight in the pocket as well. So, you know, solid entry from Jay Roberts.
Yeah, Jay Roberts is one of my favorite MCs, period. And his album he did last year, The North Side, that was like one of my favorite albums of the whole year. Like I haven't played it in a minute, but I do play it a lot. I did play it for a while in my car. I was banging that shit. It was hard. It slaps. It's solid. But that's Jay Roberts all the way. Like he's solid at everything he do. He's like a real MC and a rapper at the same time. He don't just have bars. He can like perform. Like he's fun to watch when he raps. Like he's highly entertaining.
True. I'm sure that's why I want to see his entry because I can connect with it a little bit more. I'm sure he's got some good visual presentation there.
Yeah, I was just about to speak on that. He got, you know, he's flexing in the background. I don't know if you can see it. Probably not.
A little bit.
Let me turn my. Come on, man. It's trying to come out by itself.
The leak show,
right?
Nice.
He flexing in the
Nice.
background. I don't know
Yeah,
if
and
it's
he's
his
moving
accolades or
right. So that's a live delivery verse. Like that was really well done. You know, that was Jay Roberts doing his thing.
Yeah, most definitely.
These are all my notes from the show on the back of mail. Shout out, Rome.
Yeah, he was scheming all throughout there too.
Anyone else we missed?
I think that's all. I'm gonna pop off the live. We've had a fair amount of visitors in the live. I'm gonna drop out of there and go on look and see. Discard. Let's see. I do not believe we have any more fresh entries, so let's end the show with you, X, and we'll see what happens tonight. And we'll be chopping it up at Barkeepers with Sunday. And man, thank you, Jay Roberts. We appreciate you.
Yeah, he said he did. He said he did that.
Y'all tap in. Like Jay Roberts has got to get on some Jerome beats. Like I
said
guarantee
he recorded
you,
that
Jerome.
one tape.
I guarantee you, Jerome, that he doesn't know about that like free beat offer. I guarantee you got to drop a couple beats on J Rob just to see what happens, because I know I could just hear that.
I got some J Robert beats for that. I got some.
I'm sure you do. Let's see. All right, yeah, that's it. So let's listen to X and talk about X for a few and wrap it up.
Right.
We got five, just over 5 hours till Monk is the Master Alien as the Legend drops. Y'all know I'm gonna be up all night.
X. Hold on. Where'd it go?
X. You have a passive mindset, habits helping you find it. Active yelling in my head, ambidextrous eyes can't decide. Am I moving right, left? Heisman high steps, stiff arm dripping divine sweat. Sorry, feels like I've digressed. I haven't died yet. Laughter helps you subside stress after witnessing life. Same man with debts is just pride holding tight to what he likes best. Reach new heights yet, pointing fingers and eye threats, plotting who to despise next. They still can't fathom it. Going 50-50 and still don't know the half of it. A perfect representation of peace and unification. I'm offering cannabis, you should relax a bit. Same color as amethyst. Give it your best, but don't fester. Just know you better. Read between the lines, take your time. Life's an overtester. Don't quote me never, no pressure. Just know you treasure. I recognize the signs of the time, not just over excerpt.
Body, your body is not a body. Your body is not a body. Your body is not a body.
Clearly had nothing to do with the hook. But it was a dope verse. I enjoyed it. You on mute. Someone's on mute. Both y'all on mute.
We both talking on mute. You can't read our lips. Is that verse from something else? Did Jerome tell me that verse is from something else?
Yeah, it's from one of the new song we're doing. I think Roto-Rooter. I don't know. We have a name for it yet.
Yeah. It's not going to be called that, but yes.
Yeah.
And that's one of my favorite. It's one of my favorite verses from you. I love how your delivery and just you working on what works. Like I feel like, I mean, when you focus on what works and don't force it, like you're a monster. And obviously you're a great producer and great writer and hook writer. But we talk about. I mean, I know, we've gotten better for knowing each other, and I love seeing you know what works more efficiently and regularly. And it was a great delivery on that beat. And I thought your inflection. The half of it, the 50-50 line, is one of the most memorable lines possible. And it's even more memorable the way you delivered it on this beat than, Rome told me. I was like, that's from something else? I was like, what? And I'm like, I know you did a good job on Roto-Rooter, but it really shone through the way you delivered it here. So I love it. I thought, if you were competing, you would have gotten docked for, content relating to the hook. But very well executed.
Yeah, this verse was clean as fuck. But I like the whole sidestep and all that because I just pictured.
Yeah, I did that.
That's what came to mind when I was writing it too.
The schemes, the rhyme patterns, The shit was on point. It was like a flawless verse.
Appreciate
Well
it.
Really
executed.
is. Really
So
is.
I get the shoes. Y'all lost. ExurtBeatz is the winner.
You trying to one up Sunday? Yeah, everybody's turning into Sunday. Sunday been colluding with himself in every way possible on this one. We've been in the comments talking on his post. Yo, it was super fun, guys. I'm grateful for the communion and everybody that dropped, and you know we've still got 5 hours, so maybe we'll get a couple more before the night is over. But you know I'll be hanging out with y'all later tonight in the various chats and things, and yeah.
So just real quick, you want to clarify for everybody how the judging is going to go and when we're going to announce it and all that?
So yeah, you, me, and Exurt will get together and give each other our top threes by, let's say, 5 or 6 o'clock tomorrow, or you know, that would maybe by 8 o'clock my time, so 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock your time. Whenever y'all get off work, we'll award, like I know the barkeepers do, a scoring system. So like first place will get probably 3 points, second place will get 2 points, and third place will get 1, and then we'll throw our scores together, and that will determine the cumulative winner of this contest. I cannot vote for Ansolu, so the winner will get these shoes shipped to them next week, along with a Monk is the Master, Alien is the Legend CD, and most likely a T-shirt as well. And second and third will get the CD and the T-shirt. So we'll announce that on High Sunday's Twitch tomorrow night, as long as you, me, and him are available to do a little live stream before. And the Grand Sum Euphonic show is not till midnight, so we got plenty of time, 9 p.m. y'all's time. So we just have to maybe start by 7:30 y'all's time or so.
6:30 better.
The earlier the better for me too. Just my night's getting late. But whatever, if you, me, and Sunday can get together at 6:30 y'all's time, 9:30 Eastern, we'll listen to some of the album, talk about some of the people that have given us either love or hate tomorrow as they hear the album, and we've been on the iTunes featured page this whole time, so we might get onto the charts when it drops. So I'll be watching the charts too, and we'll let y'all know if we put the Monk and the Alien on the chart. So winner will be announced tomorrow night. High Sunday, please Twitch. Yeah, man, it's a blessing to be here and bring anybody together and culminate this energy and keep it moving, keep it flowing. Very thankful for you guys, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Shout out to everybody who participated. Thanks for watching the show and all that too.
Yeah, I was about to say shout out to you two both, Jerome and Blonde Jew, the Monk and the Master. It's a dope
the
album,
Monk and
dope
the Master,
project.
nice. I am not the Master.
The Monk and the Legend. There we go. The Master and the Legend, Monk and the Alien. All right. Well,
salute.
I guess
we at 143. That's a good time. 143 on the show. So let's hop off, and we'll see everybody very soon. We appreciate y'all.
Peace, y'all.
Peace.